G'day, it's Jerome here from Rammer Council. Just checking out a few unauthorised constructions. Here we have Ted and Artie. Oh, look, they've got a good frame there, so we'll pass that. We'll let that through. Oh, Ted, oh, excellent. Nick's given it the thumbs up. He probably knows more about it than I do, so we'll let that one pass too. Oh, fantastic. Matthew and Nathan using a bit of tape. A good construction material there. Very sturdy indeed. Elsie, looks like you've got the electrics plugged in there. Very good. Hope it's all authorised. Very comfy. Look at this. Quinlan, Taya and Amiel. Very good, but I think you've gone over the limits there for land space ratio. Oh, look at this. Sophie and Emily, the good construction materials there, very solid. We've got the open air feel, Jeremy and Micaiah. Well done. I like the openness.
Hi everybody, welcome to KAOS Online again for this week. We thought we would start with some musical statues with our best pal, KAOS the koala. So everybody up on your feet, and I'm going to be watching to see if you move. You ready? Go, Tim.
All right.
Oh, well done everybody. I thought I might have seen you move, Lark. Oh, I don't know. What about you, Sabrina? Did you breathe? Couldn't quite see down the camera. I have to check. Let's have a look at how this game relates to Psalm 46. See you in a minute.
God is our mighty fortress, always ready to help in times of trouble. And so we won't be afraid. Let the earth tumble and the mountains tumble into the deep sea. Let the oceans roar and foam and its raging waves shake the mountains.
There you go.
Rivers and streams bring joy to the city, which is sacred home of God's Most High. God is in that city, and He won't be shaken. He will help it at dawn. Nations rage, kingdoms fall, but the voice of God, the earth inside itself melts. The Lord all-powerful is with us. The Lord of Jacob is our fortress. Come see the fearsome things the Lord has done on earth. God brings wars to an end all over the world. He breaks the arrows, shatters the spears, and burns the shield.
Do you want to do that sentence? He breaks the arrows.
He breaks the arrows. He breaks the arrows. He shatters the spears, and he burns the shields. Our God says, calm down and learn that I am God. All nations on earth will honor me.
Yep, start that one again. All nations.
All nations on earth will honor me. The Lord all-powerful is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress.
You!
Oh. Can I close this book again?
Hi everybody, welcome to the KAOS video this week. We hope that you had a good time doing those musical statues. I could see you were trying really hard to balance. That was well done, very hard. I wonder what that musical statues game has to do with Psalm 46. We're going to find out now. So you might like to ask a grown-up to help you get your Bible out and you can have a little read of it along, or you might just like to listen to me. That's okay too. So we're looking at Psalm 46 and Harry read it to us beautifully. So we're going to look at what it means. Now, you might be the same as me, I don't know, but sometimes when I've got lots of things happening and I'm really, really worried about something, maybe I'm feeling really busy, maybe my calendar up behind me is looking really full, I try to fix it. And I try to fix it by stocking up on pasta. That sometimes helps. Or toilet paper. Or paper towels and tissues in case the toilet paper runs out. Or I need to get, oh, that's right, mustn't forget to get a big box of apples for Jem because otherwise you won't have anything to eat. And Sid, I need to get the sultanas for Sid. And what else? I better get some cat food. I don't have a cat, but it might help me. It might help me feel more relaxed. I try and do all of these things. And funnily enough, it doesn't actually help me feel very calm. It actually makes me feel worse. And I've made a bigger problem for myself. The psalm that we're looking at talks about what we should do instead. Instead of making lists and instead of getting all worried and anxious, the psalm says something very different. So let's have a look. So we're at the end of Psalm 46. Can you see? It says, come, in verse 8. Come and have a look. See the fearsome things the Lord has done on earth. It says here that God is going to end all the bad things. The big bad things and the little bad things. Here in verse 9 it talks about wars. But it might be small things, or it might be wars in the playground. It might be wars in your bedroom. It might be all sorts of things. Big things that you see on the news and smaller things that are happening in your life. One day, this psalm says God is going to end all of those problems. It's pretty good. That makes me feel calm. That helps a lot, actually. Now, God also says, have a look at this. In verse 10, God says, be still and know that I am God. Stop. It says, just stop. Stop what you're doing. Don't run around making lists. Don't run around and stress about toilet paper. Don't run around and just stop and be still. And remember who's in charge. Oh, if I did that more often, I think I would be a lot more relaxed. I wouldn't be worried about a lot of things. Well, it also says in Psalm 46 that one day our God, the God of Jacob, that's what our God is called, the God of Jacob, is going to be completely exalted. That means that everybody on earth is going to know that he's the boss. And one day, everybody's going to bow down to him. That makes me feel pretty good too. So we don't need to be frightened or anxious about anything, the big things or the little things, the scary things. We just need to be still and stop and pray to him and remember who's in charge. It's him. So that's pretty good. I really like this psalm. I think I would like to see pictures of you guys being still, thinking about God this week. Maybe you would like to send a picture of you looking at the clouds, just like my boys and Tim were doing when we were watching them and we were reading the Bible verse. Maybe you would like to stop and listen to all the things that are happening outside and think about God and how he's got it all under control. He's in charge and we don't have to worry. So in your KAOS pack this week, you will have received some clay, a little blob of clay. and it's air drying clay. And I would like you to make something out of that. And if you like, you might like to make somebody who's being still. Somebody who's just, maybe they're lying on their back with their hands behind their head, or maybe they're lying on their side, or maybe they're doing musical statues and they're freezing. You can make something out of that clay, and it's air drying clay. So if you put it in a safe place, after a couple of days it should go really hard, and you can even paint it if you like. So that's your craft activity, and we are also going to send through to the parents. I'll put up at the end of this video some resources that you might like. I've had a few requests from parents for extra resources to do at home. And don't forget that St John's Maroubra Spotify playlist has kids music on it too. If you want to bring some kids, some Christian music into your kids' day while they're doing their schoolwork or something like that, you can tune into the Spotify playlist that we've got there. And they're often the songs that we've played at KAOS. So we're going to hear a prayer from Tim now, and then you can go off and do your clay craft. All right, see you later. Bye.
Okay, let's pray. 1, 2, 3. Dear God, we thank you that you are always with us. And we just pray that in all the busyness and all the running around and all the craziness, that we would be still and know that you are God. And sometimes it takes a bit of effort to be still because we always want to run around. But we pray that we would do that and recognize how in control and how powerful and amazing you are. And we pray this in your wonderful name. Amen.
Amen. So, I finished.
Oh, good. Now, I think you can go on
Oh, that's so good.
this board.
Let's not play.
No, that's okay. Oh, I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's get ready.
but what time do you have in your play?
Because that's going to go around to all the different kids.
Oh. And then they're there.
Okay, okay. Like that. Do you want to mix it at all?
Pick it out. Can I make something else?
Out of that?
No, out of.
Out of another bit?
Yeah. Or can we take this apart and make something else?
Well, you just
Oh.
gentle.
I can't balance.
You can talk to God like you talk to each other. You can talk to God like a friend. He knows everything about us, but nothing about it from you. If you're feeling guilty, oh boy. If you're feeling gloomy, gloom. If you're happy, if you're happy, because you're clean or dirty, yeah, tell him all about that too.